Hello there and welcome to Hampshire Cosplay for Charity. This is going to be the start of a new range or new series of videos on our channel to do with actual cosplays that we bought. We're going to be reviewing stuff, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, giving you guys some insight into certain bits and pieces that we may have bought online that you might be looking to buy yourself, and maybe giving you either a positive or a good critique about whether it's even worth buying. So this video is about my new Batman Ruby's costume. I got the Batman Dark Knight costume. I think it's called Legendary. I'll leave a link to it down below, and just going to give you a bit of feedback on whether I think it's worth the money, because it is quite expensive, and if it is worth the money, potentially giving you somewhere where you might be able to go and buy it. I think I'll leave a link to an Amazon link where I bought it in the description below. Bear in mind that it will be coming from probably America, so if you're in the UK or Europe, you might have import fees, that kind of stuff, because it isn't cheap. This, I think, it worked out with import taxes about £560, which is just over $600. In the US, if you're in the US, you probably get it for about $500 because you're shipping locally. You haven't got the whole shipping fees and the import taxes and that kind of stuff on top. But I have done a lot of work to this, and I want to explain the type of work I've done to this. I've done a lot of stuff, and I probably wouldn't buy it again because of the amount of work that I've had to put into it, and I thought it would be a little bit better than what it was when it turned up, to be fair. Let me first go through what came in the box. So in the box we had a two-piece undersuit, bottoms and top, which I have put on and tried with it. You can see it's quite a one-size-fit-all thing. These are huge, and they've got the socks, so your feet go right down to the socks. They're not very comfortable because of that, because they're just straight. There's no kind of foot placement. It just is what it is, and you hope for the best. And they do kind of ride up a little bit. Not very happy with them, but they will be warm in winter. These are really thick. I haven't worn them. Like I say, I've got my own Under Armour that I wear with that bad boy behind me, so I've just been using that. But at a push, these would be okay. If you're in the summer, you're going to sweat in these. I'd recommend having a secondary pair, some nice thin gelate, sort of Under Armour type stuff, which I use, which is quite good. It also comes with boot caps. These are just literally, everything's made out of rubber, just literally boot caps. I haven't worn these because, again, they're one size fit all, and they are huge. I've had to cut the bottom off anyway because the overlap that's supposed to overlap around the bottom of your boots was too long, but they still don't fit right. You know, they're absolutely massive. You can see how far they kind of open up, unless you've got size 14 feet and 14 wide as well. These are going to be no good. I haven't worn them. I'm going to show you what I've done with my boots a little bit later. The other thing that comes in there, obviously, I'm going through the stuff that I've got rid of really, is the mask. Now you see there's another mask sat right there, if you can see that. I've actually got it on a little mannequin head, which funny enough is a Ruby's mask, and it is better than the thing that comes with it. This thing, if you read any of the reviews, you'll know it'll be the first thing you want to replace. Now this, on Amazon, is I think £22. Why this doesn't come in this suit, I don't know, because this is an awesome cowl. Look at the problem with this is the material's too thin. It's so big as well, it just doesn't fit your head properly. Look at the amount of room I've got now. I can barely see out of it because it's too low. So that got thrown almost immediately. I didn't wear that at all. I managed to get the other one that I saw a review on for £22 on Amazon. I'll leave a link to that as well down below. So if you wanted to purchase that, you can. You also get the gloves and gauntlets. There's a reason why these aren't together. They do come in the pack attached to the gauntlets, but I've done some work to these. As you can see, I've got some Velcro glued on there because it comes as like a glove gauntlet together. The problem with these things is that, again, it's one size fits no one, and the gloves themselves are actually massive. They're way too, I mean, I've got fairly small hands, but you'd have to have massive hands. I'm not nowhere near the top of those, and they wouldn't fit like that anyway. And the gauntlets themselves, when they originally came, are absolutely massive. There was so much room in there, it just didn't look right. It was flapping all over the place, and because it's quite thin rubber, it's not really thick rubber, it does just flap everywhere. So the right hand was, if I remember, even worse. Too big. When I fit that on there, look at the amount of room I've got left in that. They just look weird. The other thing about these as well is that I wore them to an event when I didn't have my replacements that I'll show you in a minute, and I just sweat within about 10 minutes. The amount of sweat that was in these things was ridiculous. I put my arm up, just sweat was just dripping out from my arm. And then they stick. You take them off, and then they just stick because you've been sweating them. Not very nice. I've cut them off and I'll show you what I've actually done to them in about 2 minutes. So you then get the midsection piece. Don't worry about all this Velcro stuff in a minute. I'll explain that in a minute. But that pretty much goes around your waist. And these originally had little tie backs, little bits of string that tie around there. First thing I did was cut them off, and I'll explain that in a second. Leave that on there. Then you have the chest piece, which does up the back. Again, originally this just had a couple of little bits of tie pieces, like little bits of string. You just tie across. You can never do it yourself, so you need someone else to help you on with these. But literally that's just the chest piece. The arm goes in one side and the other side, and then someone's going to have to do you up at the back. You pretty much can't do it. The way I've got this set up as well, it's Velcro now. I don't know if you can see there as well, I've got the belt actually attached to it. I've actually Velcroed the belt, and I'll explain that in a second. The belt isn't very good. It's one of the things I am going to be swapping out pretty soon because it is just quite flimsy. Doesn't look fantastic. And the last thing you get in the box is the cape, which actually I'm really happy with. It did come with a bit of damage. I tried to contact the company that I bought it from and didn't get a response. But the cape is actually really, really nice. Comes with bits of a wooden dowling inside the end there so you can hold it out. I've actually changed those for a bit of bamboo because they just come with a little bit of dowling that I've actually replaced because they're really brittle. I actually sat on the end of one of these during a photo shoot and it snapped really quickly. So I've swapped them out for a bit of bamboo that isn't going to break. The only drawback with the cape actually is that the only thing you've got to tie it up with is one little button, which is a bit silly. I'm going to do something somehow to get it actually put onto the front or somewhere around the cowl when I get a new cowl. I'll show you that in a second. Attached there, attached like that, you find it rides back into your neck and you have to keep messing around with it. That will be sorted relatively soon. So that's all the stuff that comes in the box. Now I'm going to explain what I've actually swapped out, because for the money, the quality of the chest piece and the bottom, it's really good. It looks good. I mean, you look at it on some of the pictures I've taken, looks really, really good. There's still some bits to do because it is just pretty much rubber, where it's been molded. It's not 100% fantastic, but it does look really, really good. When that's on, it looks incredible, especially in some of the pictures I've taken or had taken. But the first thing I would place, like I said earlier, is the mask. This mask is a lot better. It's made by the same company. This is a Ruby's mask, but the quality is so much better. I don't know if you can quite see that. I'm trying to show it in the light of the window. It actually looks really, really good. I keep it on a mannequin head just so it keeps the shape. When it turns up, you might find it's a little bit flat. Get a mannequin head. These mannequin heads that I've got here are only a couple of pounds. They come from China and they take a couple of weeks to get to you, but really, really good. It's like $3 or $4. It's ridiculously stupid. But that's the first thing I replaced. The other thing I replaced is the gloves. All I've got there is some really cheap biker gloves that have these kind of Batman looking sort of knuckles on them, and I've just painted them up. They came silver and I've just painted those up. I hope you can see that. The name of the gloves is on there, but I painted that black as well so you can't even see that. So what you effectively get is the glove goes on. This would go on around the outside. It actually looks a lot better like that than the other gloves, and it actually does a really, really good job. You potentially need someone else to do this up because trying to do it up one-handed is a bit of a nightmare, but effectively that's what you get, and it looks really, really good. Tight on the arm, looks fantastic. Although the Velcro is white and you can see it, I'm actually going to paint that up so it will be black on this side and you won't ever see it when I'm at events. I've done an event recently with this setup and it worked really, really well. So I told you that I threw away the boot toppers. I've actually got a pair of boots which I don't have down here, but I've got a pair of normal combat boots, and I've just got a pair of these horse riding chaps that just go over the boot and just slip over the front and just ride up to the top of your legs. But what I also have as well is some of these. I've got another cosplay that I do, which I'll show you at some point, which is Star-Lord, and I bought a pair of biker trousers that these were actually in, and I've taken them out. But what I'm actually going to do is stick these to the front of that, and then what I have there is a ready-made kind of knee sort of knee guard and boot topper. It's going to be really good, hopefully. I'll get round to doing that at some point soon. But they look quite good, look quite effective, and they're very sort of Dark Knight-esque. And this is what I've done to the backs of these. You actually see there's a bit of Velcro down the front there, a bit of Velcro right down the side there, and a bit of Velcro in the middle, so these actually marry up. You'll need someone else to do this for you, because when you're getting ready, it's really hard to reach around the back and do the back up like that. You might find that it comes off a little bit. I'm seeing it's coming off a little bit there. I need to do a little bit more work on this. The glue that I've been using hasn't worked. I've tried a couple of different types of glue. The problem is, well, I'm trying to glue plastic to rubber. It's really difficult, unfortunately. So I'll have to look at something else for that. And with the bottom piece, what I've actually done, because what they had is a bit of string there and a bit of string there, and just tie it around your waist wasn't good enough. So I've actually put a bit of Velcro in one side, a bit of Velcro on the other side. And I've actually ready made a belt that goes right around the back that I can really pull this taut and make it really tight around the midsection. You don't really see the top of this anyway, because the front of this will cover the top of that, and it almost looks like the belt is the middle section there, and it kind of looks good. In the bottom there, I've actually added some bits for the legs to go through. The legs pop in through there and sit on there like so, which I need to redo because they keep coming off. Again, it's the glue for the Velcro that keeps popping out, and it's just something I need to think about and do for the next event, which won't be too bad. So that's pretty much it for the stuff that I now cosplay with as Batman. There's a few other bits and pieces that you might need. Some face paint, some black face paint, and obviously a brush to put it on with. Just for your eyes, just blacken up your eyes, so when you've got the mask on, you've got black eyes. And that's pretty much everything. It looks quite good. I'm enjoying being Batman. Everyone loves Batman. Obviously I do other things, like you see there's a Stormtrooper behind me. I love being a Stormtrooper, but Batman, everybody knows Batman, and everybody loves Batman. The kids love Batman, and we do a lot of stuff for charity, and there's always kids around. They're always loving coming up with Batman, getting pictures, that kind of stuff, and it is a good quality Batman. But is it worth £500? Probably not, for the amount of work I've done to it. I probably wouldn't buy it again. I'm looking to upgrade to a proper professional Dark Knight, which I've found again in America, but it's really expensive. So something I'm gonna have to really save up for over the next couple of years, I'd imagine. But until then, this is going to do me well. I've put a lot of work into it. There's a few bits and pieces I'm going to get, like the new belt. The belt on this thing isn't great. It looks okay from a distance, but when you're up and close, just a bit of rubber, and it's just bent all over the place. It doesn't look fantastic up close. But apart from that, I'm loving it. I'm going to carry on being Batman. I'm going to be Batman all over the place if I can. I've been to a few events where I've done Batman and another character. The problem with that is obviously shaving. You'll see at the moment I'm not quite shaved properly. It's because the other day I did a Wolverine cosplay and then went and done a little bit of a shave up round here with just a shaver. So it wasn't fantastic, but looked like Batman just needed a shave, which is okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please whack a thumbs up. If you've got any questions about this or any other video that I've made, please add a comment in the comments down below. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. It's very early days in our cosplay channel on YouTube, and we want to try and beef it up and get as many as we can. Hit the notification so you get updates every time I upload a video. There'll be more coming really soon.